The east side of Santa Rosa is the best. The west side of Santa Rosa is the best. Rincon Valley, Bennett Valley, Fountain Grove. There are so many different opinions about what the best neighborhoods are in Santa Rosa in 2025, and that's exactly what we're going to be diving into. What's up, guys? My name is Danny Cronin, and if this is your very first time to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to learn more about living in Sonoma County. I make videos every single week all about living in Sonoma County, and of course, I am a full-time real estate agent, so if you are considering a move to the Sonoma County area, make sure you reach out. Call me, text me, email me, whatever is easiest for you. All my contact information is right here, and it's also in the description box on this video. So without further ado, the top 5 neighborhoods in Santa Rosa. Okay, so number 5 on my list, and this may come as a surprise, but I think it has its pros and cons for various different reasons, and those are a couple reasons we will jump into right now. So number 1, and this isn't necessarily a neighborhood, but it's all of West Side Santa Rosa. So if you're looking at a map, check out basically the entire section. You'll see Highway 101 and Highway 12, and it's right there in that quadrant. It's broken up by, Highway 12 and Highway 101. But West Side of Santa Rosa is probably one of the most underrated neighborhoods, I think, in all of Sonoma County. I think it's great for so many reasons and not so great for maybe a few reasons. The number one reason that I think it's so great is because it is affordable. And I say affordable, with a lot of compassion there, because I know homes here in Sonoma County are very, very expensive. But West Side of Santa Rosa, over time, has gotten a little bit more expensive, but it's kind of maintained around that $600,000 and $700,000 budget. And I think for most of Santa Rosa, especially Sonoma County, those homes in that price range are just getting harder and harder to find. So West Side Santa Rosa has been fairly solid in that aspect, that maybe the neighborhoods haven't appreciated as much over time as some of the other neighborhoods that we're going to talk about in this video. But I think that, again, has its pros and cons. It's staying affordable for the most part. And to be honest, you're still in such a great part of Santa Rosa. You're about 5 minutes away from downtown. Obviously, depending on what street you're on the west side of town. There's a ton of different parks over there. My favorite is a place to play, soccer fields, baseball fields, a little RC track for cars. You got Snoopy's Home Ice not too far away. You're not too far away from other areas, other fun places, especially if you have a family, like Epic Center. So I think, again, West Side Santa Rosa, highly underrated in this regard. For the most part, it is affordable, and I think that's why it's number 5 on the list. And number 4 on the list is a personal favorite of mine. I have some friends that live in this area, and we absolutely just love going to those homes and visiting because it's such a beautiful part of town. The neighborhood I'm referring to is Skyhawk neighborhood inside of Santa Rosa on the east side. So I will say, if you're looking at a map and you're kind of figuring all these things out, I know Skyhawk, it doesn't appear to be that far east, but I promise when you get on the roadway and you start heading to the Skyhawk neighborhood, it does feel like you're, not necessarily in a rural area, but it does feel like you are traveling well outside of Santa Rosa, even though it's really not that far, but it does feel like it's that far sometimes. You're still about 10 to 15 minutes from being, downtown Santa Rosa. So for some people, being that far away from town is, kind of a deal breaker for them. I think close by, you have a couple stores so you can get by, but your major doctor's offices, professional areas, offices for financial needs, whatever those cases are, that's a good drive away. So I think that is probably the biggest con. But if you can look past that, it is such a gorgeous neighborhood. You're really close to Austin Creek Elementary School, which is the top-rated school here in Santa Rosa as far as I'm concerned, and from the research that I've done. So beautiful part of town. My son goes to an elementary school kind of down the road, same in that Rincon Valley kind of school district. He took some golf lessons over there, and just going to that school, the school is gorgeous. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. It's kind of surrounded by the houses. You're kind of in this lower, little valley, and Oh my God, it's beautiful. I love Skyhawk, and I love seeing the houses there. A lot of big hills over there, a lot of giant homes as well. But if you are thinking about getting into the Skyhawk neighborhood, you're going to be spending at least $900,000. I'd say, maybe every once in a while you might find a home under that value. It will need some work because the neighborhood is primarily $1 million and above, but I think you can get in there for $900,000. So there's pros and cons to this neighborhood, but in the area it's in and just the beauty that surrounds it, it's definitely got to be number 4 on the list. Sorry, I have to interrupt this video and tell you, you absolutely have to go download my relocation guide to Sonoma County. Inside of here is basically everything you're going to ever need to know when it comes to relocating to Sonoma County. So if you don't have a copy of that, go get you one. It's in the description box below. You can also find a copy at SONOMAestateservices.com. Click on the relocation tab and you will find that in there. Go get it. All right, number 3. For the best neighborhoods in Santa Rosa, for me, this is one of the greatest neighborhoods in the whole entire world. I may be a little biased. I don't live too far away from this neighborhood, and that neighborhood is the Proctor Terrace neighborhood. I mean, what else can I say? It's a beautiful neighborhood. In many people's eyes, the best side of Santa Rosa, which is Santa Rosa East. Very close to the McDonald district. I've made several videos about that neighborhood in the past. They have huge holiday parties. Halloween is a place that me and my family go every single year just because it's such a gorgeous neighborhood. All the houses go all out. The decorations, the lights, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So Proctor Terrace for me is definitely a favorite. The neighborhood is a little bit more expensive, however, because you are so close to that McDonald district. So similar price points to the Skyhawk neighborhood. You're going to be around that $900,000 mark and all the way up, depending on the size home. But a huge plus for this neighborhood. It is kind of an older neighborhood, so you'll find, elderly neighbors and people that have kind of lived in the neighborhood for a long time. And for me, that really speaks volumes as to, how incredible the neighborhood is. If someone has moved there, way back when, and they're still there today, that's got to tell you that neighborhood, it means something to them. And that kind of atmosphere and vibe is something you don't really find in so many neighborhoods. So my favorite part about the neighborhood is that it's so flat. I see clients all the time, they don't want hills, they don't want these big steep driveways, they don't want to be on busy roads because they have small children. So this neighborhood here is very, very flat. Right above the hill, you're going to see a neighborhood that I can't mention now because we're going to mention it later on in the video. But you're in good company in this neighborhood. Gorgeous views, nice flat, large style lots. The era of homes here, I believe, is in the 60s kind of era. 60s, maybe 70s, and I think in some cases you can actually find some older homes. But Proctor Terrace, close to McDonald, you're close to another amazing neighborhood that we'll mention later on, close to downtown Santa Rosa, close to Rincon Valley. So, areas like Annandale State Park, Spring Lake, if you're into hiking and biking and outdoor activities, that's nearby. If you want to be close to downtown Santa Rosa and the fun, the good restaurants, the movie theater, you're still very close to that. You're kind of smack dab right in the middle from downtown and kind of, further out east, Santa Rosa. So for me, it's got to be number 3. And number 2 on the list, we're getting close to the number 1 neighborhood in Santa Rosa, California in 2025. If you guys are enjoying this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I'm dropping a video every single week, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. Okay, our number 2 spot neighborhood is a neighborhood that, to be honest, I don't hear other people talking about it a lot, and it really blows my mind because I feel like this is one of those neighborhoods in Santa Rosa that people drive by it all the time, but they don't turn down the road and they don't go over there and explore, and I promise you're missing out. The neighborhood I'm talking about is the Hidden Valley neighborhood. It's close to the Hidden Valley Elementary School. It's in fact right across the street, but this is again on the east side of Santa Rosa, right off of Chenate Road. You'll see Hidden Valley Street. You turn down Hidden Valley Street, and then inside of Hidden Valley, it's kind of its own. It feels like it's kind of subdivided area of Santa Rosa. Now it does branch off. It's not like a huge cul-de-sac in there, so you can get out. It actually takes you right into the Proctor Terrace neighborhood, but it's elevated, so it's higher up, so you have some incredible views. The homes here are just breathtaking. I feel like this neighborhood is a mix of kind of Proctor Terrace and Skyhawk a little bit, but it's a little bit more, centrally located right here in Hidden Valley neighborhood. So just incredible. The views here, again, being so close to everything. It's very similar to Proctor Terrace in the aspect of kind of neighborhood and where it's located. So you're still close to all of those great things I just mentioned. But this neighborhood does feel like it gives you a little bit more privacy because it's not tract style homes. They're homes of all different types of architecture, and it's just a gorgeous neighborhood. You're on Shenate Road, however, so that is a pretty busy road during certain times of the day. My son goes to school off of Shenate Road, and I live off of Shenate Road myself, so a little bit further down, but you get stuck in some traffic early mornings around the 8 o'clock hour, and again around that 3 o'clock hour. So if you can get in the Hidden Valley neighborhood farther off of Shenate Road and you're not right there as soon as you pull into Hidden Valley Drive, then you're in a very, very, very good spot. And if you live further back in the neighborhood, it's even better because then you have super easy access to Proctor Terrace, McDonald, Franklin Avenue. So you can get out pretty quickly even in those rush hour times. But I would say Hidden Valley is definitely got to be number 2 on my list. You're still on the east side of town. You're still close to fun stuff. Price points in this neighborhood, believe it or not, are not crazy expensive. We're not in the $2 to $3 million ranges. We're still kind of hovering around that $1 million mark, similar to the other neighborhoods I mentioned in this video. And for that, I think you get such great value. The neighborhood is amazing. Neighbors are friendly. The backyards are good sizes. The home sizes in this area really differ as well. So if you're, a young, small family, want to be in this area because of the school district, you can definitely find something. If you're retired and want that something that's smaller, you have that as well. If you want the big, giant, 3,500 square foot home, we have that here as well. So Hidden Valley neighborhood, I want to bring to your attention because no one talks about it, and it's a great neighborhood. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for, number 1 on the list. It's going to be a neighborhood, but more so a part of town, and that part of town is called Bennett Valley. So close to Bennett Valley Golf Course, very close to Annandale State Park, really, really close to Montgomery Village. So you're kind of in this sub area of Santa Rosa that kind of acts independently from other parts of Santa Rosa, like downtown or west side or east side. Bennett Valley is Bennett Valley, and it's different for so many different ways. You have incredible homes here. My wife and I looked at a home kind of a few years ago in the Bennett Valley neighborhood, and it had the big grand, staircase going up to the second level. It wasn't a fancy home. It wasn't a super expensive home. This was about 5 or 6 years ago, but it was such a beautiful, breathtaking home. A lot of the homes in this neighborhood have pools. They're really, really going heavy on Montgomery Village. They're trying to make it, just kind of a little bit different. They're trying to clean it up a little bit more, put new kind of, newer style stores in there, different restaurants. So they're making it a little bit more fancy, which I certainly don't mind. It's just a gorgeous part of town, and I think it deserves that. It deserves kind of, updating as kind of the years progress and not staying old and like many other parts of Santa Rosa. But Bennett Valley, if you have not explored it, I highly recommend you do. It's a great part of town. The people here are nice. You're really close to, I think, the greatest golf course in Santa Rosa. So if you're a golfer, Bennett Valley Golf Course is fantastic. Green fees are not crazy. So it's just a good spot to live. And that's going to wrap this video up, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, please hit the subscribe button. I drop a video once a week, every single week, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. And if you guys are getting serious about making a move here and you want someone to help, make sure you call me, text me, or email me. Again, I'm a full-time real estate agent right here in Santa Rosa, born and raised, and would love to help you make Sonoma County home. So call me, text me, email me. All my contact info is right here. Make sure you go get yourself a copy of the relocation guide. Again, completely free. It's going to ask you where I should send it, and then I send it right to you instantly so you have a digital copy of it. If you want one mailed to you, I will happily do that as well. So just send me an email. All my contact information is here, and I will put one in the mail for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.